up, never comes down. It keeps going up because of the tremendous stimulus that the president is putting into this market. He wants to continue this market going up while the economy's going down. That's what it's doing. The economy's going straight down. You know, banks right now are the worst ever. They've gone down 40%. I mean, everything's going down. Companies aren't making money, but the stock market is still going up. And you got to be very, very careful when you get into a market like this. You got to know when to get out, and that's where we come in. So if you're a beginner and you want to start learning how to invest stocks properly and have the comfort level of knowing when to get out, when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out, contact us at philsgang.com. Join today, free for 10 days.
The stocks discussed on Phil's Gang are not in any way a recommendation or solicitation to buy, sell, or hold. If considering acting on information presented, we first recommend you seek out a competent, licensed professional for advice. Get ready for the radio show that tells you what Wall Street doesn't want you to know.
Oh, I'm a money magnet. Money, money, money's coming to me. Money sets me free. I'm a money magnet. Money, 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 money's coming to me.
It's your daily dose of how to manage your money. And now it's time for Phil's Gang on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. With your host, Phil Grande.
Stu, I know you're going to be rocking and rolling in a little while when this opening bell rings and you have a 1,600-point rally.
Oh, it's going to be just glorious, Maria. I can't wait.
Unbelievable. 1,600-point rally. Is that good or is it bad? And we'll talk about that in a moment. But first, we're going to talk about the Biden stocks today. Which stocks you should be in? Should you be in coal? Should you be in utility stocks? Should you be in the green stocks? Which ones are going to go up? Which ones are going to go down? Well, we're going to go over that today. How about infrastructure stocks? Should you be in those? Well, the one thing we do know today, when the market went up over 1,600 points this morning on the opening, it's now shaving off came back about 400 points. If you bought into this rally this morning, you are going to lose money, and you're going to lose a lot of it. When you have an announcement that drives a market like this, the worst thing you can do is to chase that market. Example, if you bought Royal Caribbean, you're already in it. We already were in Royal Caribbean. We had what we call a scout on it, but we don't make much money with it because the scout, we only have a few shares. The reason why we stay in it is just it alerts us when something happens, so we're on top of it. So it went from $60 up to about $79, and then it settled down so far as to around $75. So she pulled back already to $75. That's a 25% move. Now, if you're already in the stock and you have shares in it, good amount of shares, then you sell into that stock. Now, how do you know when to sell in it or buy it? Well, that's the problem. The charts that you have doesn't tell you that. Because my charts do, this is when my charts shine on days like this. Because when a stock moves up big time, 25, 30%, you can easily tell if it was just the market maker or specialist moving the price up. And this is what people don't understand. When stock goes up 25%, the market maker in the morning, he just sets the price up there. He can set it anywhere he wants. He can just set it anywhere he wants, and people get in, and they have no clue. He just decided, I think I'll put the price up here because now they're going to have the vaccine going to be out pretty soon, so I'm just going to push the price up here about 25%. If you buy that, you're out of your mind. Now, especially the nice thing on my charting, it tells me that when RCL went up 25%, my charts told me that it's going to come right back down. Now, how do we know? Because on the charts, when we design the charts, we identify the flow of money. The stock's going up, but the money's still coming out. And you say, well, how can that be? How can a stock be going up, but money coming out? The trend, the money trend. Well, because the charts are designed to follow the money, not the noise. Following the noise, you're going to lose all the time. These are called head fake rallies. Now, what you do is any stock that rallied like that and your money trend is down, you do not want to be in that stock. Let it pull back. And then when it turns green on my chart, doesn't on your chart, then it tells you money is shifting back into the stock. Take a look, for example, we owned a stock, Jets, an ETF, so that we owned all the airlines. We got into these in July. I had my members get into these in July. Again, just a few shares. So it rallied from $18 on Friday to a high of $22. Now it's back down to $20, $20.74. So let's just take from Friday. Let's say the high of Friday was let's say $18, and it went up to let's just round it off around $21. So we had a 16% drive today. Well, there's a problem with that if you buy that. Again, the most important part, okay, is it going up because the market maker just pushed the price up this morning? That's where he wanted to put the price. It's up to him. Or was there real money coming in? Which way the money was flowing? In this particular stock, the money flowing out, money flowing in is about even. So you don't want to be involved in that stock. How about we also owned Delta Airlines? Delta Airlines, we bought that back in July, as I said. But just let's take from Friday, $31. Went up today to around 31 and went up to around a high of $38 we used. And now it's at 37. So let's just use 31 on Friday at 37. That's 20%. Are you going to actually go and buy that stock with a 20% increase? You're out of your mind if you do. See, that's the beautiful thing about the charting. The charting tells me, in my charts, the ones I designed, it tells me where the money is. Now, let's take an airline, SAVE. Now, that's different. Now, SAVE took off on Friday from 1760 up to a high of 23, and now it's around 21. It came back off today. It's around 21.50. That's a 19% gain. Now, this one I'll be interested in. Why? Because when it rallied this morning up big time, the chart told me that the money was coming into that one. The institutions were in buying it. And the money trend was going up. The money was coming in and pushing the stock up. It wasn't they just put the bid up there. So you got to know which way is the money going in order to know which stocks to buy when you have these big moves, or you're going to get slaughtered. We also can switch our charts over to what we call a line chart. And all we do now is we just wait for a little pullback, makes a little W or a little V signal, and then you buy it. So the idea, our charts are designed to take the emotion out. So when everybody was going nuts this morning and the market went up 1,600 points, now it's backed off 400 points, people are going to get hurt. This is not how you buy stocks. Everybody who's buying today is going to lose money. It's not the way it works. And then you got to, here's another situation that's going on. Well, we got the cruise lines going up, and we got the airlines going up. We also have the casinos going up. Now, we bought LVS back in July, too. Now, LVS, now this is better, because LVS, this one from Friday went from around $52. It went up to a high today of around $60. Now it's at 58. So let's say 52 to 58. Now, it had 11% gain. Now, that's good, because the difference with this one, the chart tells me that the trend of money is going in. So any stock that went up today, but the trend of money is going out, how are you going to know that unless you have my chart? You don't, and you're going to lose money. But if the stock, the trend of money was going up, as the stock was going up this morning, it means you're in the right stock. but you still don't buy it today. And if you're in it and you have a lot of shares on, you sell in and take profits today. Now what you do is you just wait for a little bit of a pullback. You switch the chart over from candlesticks to a line chart. Easy to do. It's green. And then when it pulls back, let's say it pulls back to $55, and then she goes back up to 58. So she pulls back from 58.40 to 55.50. Then she goes back up and breaks out through the 58.42, and it's still green. That's when you buy it. If you do anything other than that, you are going to lose money today, and a lot of people lost money in this big spike.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Remember, when this market crashed in 2009, it should have never crashed because the chairperson of these two committees, their job was to protect consumers, protect our investments, and they're supposed to ensure that our investments are being monitored. Where were they in 2009 and 2008? They weren't anywhere because they don't do that. They take care of themselves. They protect themselves. They become richer. So you can't depend on these crooks in Congress. The stock market is a great place to be, but you just got to know this is a different market than your grandfather's market. So why don't you, for 30 days, join my gang, 877-600-GANG, try it for 30 days, $39.95. Follow me. I tell you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. All I ask you, start making money. Please remember St. Jude.
Don't wait. Join Phil's Gang today and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG.
I've been a Phil's Gang member since 2014. Over that time, I've generated over six-figure profits. Following Phil, his charting system has really been a huge impact on my career and my life. I would recommend Phil's Gang to the mom and pop out there. I would recommend it to parents teaching their children. I would recommend it to grandparents. If you really trust in their system, you will do well.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grain at philsgang.com. You probably heard me on the radio talking about investing in stocks and trading stocks. Well, this is a special message that I am sending out to you. You, the person who is the beginner, who are getting excited. You're seeing every day the stock market going up, never comes down, keeps going up because of the tremendous stimulus that the president is putting into this market. He wants to continue this market going up while the economy's going down. And that's what it's doing. The economy's going straight down. You know, banks right now, worst ever. They've gone down 40%. I mean, everything's going down. Companies aren't making money, but the stock market's still going up. And you got to be very, very careful when you get into a market like this. You got to know when to get out, and that's where we come in. So if you're a beginner and you want to start learning how to invest stocks properly and have the comfort level of knowing when to get out, when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out, contact us at philsgang.com. Join today, free for 10 days.
Short on time but want to invest in the stock market? Let philsgang.com help you. For only $39.95 a month, you get complete access to all of Phil's powerful investing programs, videos, and resources.
That works for me. Log in, watch the videos, and make profits.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com.
When the market's open, we watch the market all day long. And when we see there's an opportunity for a stock, and it's a stock that we've been following, there's a lot of stocks we put on our watch list, and it has to hit a certain criteria. Then when it does, we alert you. You immediately get an alert that says, we bought this stock, X stock, at $30. So you get an alert immediately. What's better than that? I mean, nobody does that for you. But the most important thing, they'll say, okay, here's why we're getting out now, or here's why we're taking profits. I think it's going to go down. Look, the most important thing is this. I want you to be prepared for when the market does tank or rally, that you're with us, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG. Join my gang right now, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG, and you'll be in position, and you'll sleep at night, and you don't have to worry.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. Welcome back. Are you a fan of the Phil's Gang radio show? Then you should check out philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
We're in a recovery mode on the economy front, and we think that continues into 2021.
We are not in a recovery. We have not been in a recovery since 2008. Welcome back to Phil's Gang. That's right. We have not been in a recovery. We've been in a QE mode. We've been printing trillions and trillions and trillions of dollars to stimulate the market up. The economy never recovered. Remember, in the last 4 years, Trump's in office, the stock market went up 74% and the economy went down 50%, meaning earnings and economic growth. You can't forget that. We're not in a recovery. They chose, instead of a recovery in 2008, to do a propping up of the economy by printing and printing and printing money, and keep giving that money to go buy treasuries, number one, so to keep interest rates down to zero, and then to give that money so they could loan money to the banks at zero rates, to businesses at zero rates, corporations, so CEOs can take that money and buy their own shares back, keep pushing their shares down. So as their earnings got worse and worse and worse, because the economy, they never improved the economy. They only improved the stock market, not the economy. And when the earnings kept going down, they did a trick to make sure the earnings looked great. All they did is print more money, and you go to your stock. If you got 20 million shares outstanding and your earnings come in at 8, that was fine. You had earnings at 8. You were able to spread your earnings at 8 over 20 million shares, and your stock would go up from 20 to 25. But when your earnings came in at 6 and you had 20 million shares, your stock price didn't go from 20 to 25. It would go from 20 down to 18. Well, how they stopped that from happening? They printed money, kept money at zero rates, and then they gave the money to the CEO. The CEO borrowed it, and he goes in, what's he do? He buys down those shares from 20 million shares outstanding. He makes sure he buys the shares down to there's only 18 million. So now his earnings, instead of being at 8 or at 6, so now he can spread the 6 earning over the 18 million outstanding, and the stock price goes up. And that's what they've been doing for 12 years. Every time they got lousy earnings, they just keep making sure they had less shares outstanding. And the less shares they outstanding, they'll always be able to show the stock price going up, which was fake. It's a bubble. So don't tell me that we're in a recovery. We're not. We're in inflation like nobody believes. And what's going to be the thing is, what's going to win out is gold. Gold mining stocks in particular, they're going to win out. Gold has been the big winner. It's going to continue to be the big winner, because we got so much inflation. But remember, they lie about the inflation. And with what's going on now, do you realize, especially if the Republicans lose the Senate, the agenda that's out there, the Marxist, agenda that's out there, free health care for everybody, free college for everybody, free everything for everybody. Do you realize the cost The cost is going to be huge. They got to print so much money. It's unbelievable. Now remember, the Marxist manifesto is to also destroy our oil, destroy our coal. Destroy oil, destroy coal. Are you kidding? We destroy fracking. I mean, this is crazy. And the cost of everything is going to go through the roof. So gold is the play. That's where you want to be. Now, they've been lying about inflation forever, since 2008. Inflation's not at 2%. When they come in and say, we got an inflation target, know how the Federal Reserve says, we have an inflation target of 2%. That's a bunch of BS. That's a bunch of BS. That's a false narrative. It's not 2%. Now, what they do, and think about this, they say, well, you know what? Since the introduction of computers, they have increased their speed about 10 times, 20 times maybe. So that means, if you extrapolate that, then the prices of everything's dropped by 50%. So they use that narrative to justify zero rates too. Think about it. They're saying that because since the day we got our first computer, that the speed has increased 10 times, which means if you go back 20 years, prices have dropped by 50%. That's why we have an inflation of 2%. Isn't that stupid? But that's what they use. Another way they get away with it, from 10%, which is the real rate of inflation of 2%. By the way, it's going to go from 10% to 15% inflation. The way they get away with it's 2%. When they calculate inflation, they leave out food, they leave out education, they leave out healthcare costs. All those increases, they leave them out. Also, they don't count assets. They don't count the stock market going up 475% since 2012. They don't count the stock market in the last 4 years going up 75% because you can't consume it. They look at consumption if you eat it. So if housing's been inflating just since March, 8% a month, 8% every month. But they don't count that as inflation because they don't consider it a consumption good. A house is not a consumption good. Isn't that crazy? Here's another thing they do. When oil prices are rising, they don't include them in the inflation number. But when it drops, they do. They also have a little trick where they take what they call, let's say, hamburger. Hamburger is selling at 20 cents and steak selling at 50 cents. Well, to get inflation, they replace the steak with the hamburger. And they say, oh, look at this. Meats are going down. Meats are going down in price. Another way they cheat. So what does this do? It screws you big time. Because if you don't fight inflation, you're in trouble. And I'm going to tell you exactly the kind of trouble when I get back. Join my gang free for 10 days. Get your color-coded chart.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
When the market's open, we watch the market all day long. And when we see there's an opportunity for a stock, and it's a stock that we've been following, there's a lot of stocks we put on our watch list, and it has to hit a certain criteria. Then when it does, we alert you. You immediately get an alert that says, we bought this stock, X stock, at $30. So you get an alert immediately. What's better than that? I mean, nobody does that for you. But the most important thing, they'll say, okay, here's why we're getting out now, or here's why we're taking profits. I think it's going to go down. Look, the most important thing is this. I want you to be prepared for when the market does tank or rally, that you're with us, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG. Join my gang right now, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG, and you'll be in position, and you'll sleep at night, and you don't have to worry.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Remember, when this market crashed in 2009, it should have never crashed because the chairperson of these two committees, their job was to protect consumers, protect our investments, and they're supposed to ensure that our investments are being monitored. Where were they in 2009 and 2008? They weren't anywhere because they don't do that. They take care of themselves. They protect themselves. They become richer. So you can't depend on these crooks in Congress. The stock market is a great place to be, but you just got to know this is a different market than your grandfather's market. So why don't you, for 30 days, join my gang, 877-600-GANG, try it for 30 days, $39.95. Follow me. I tell you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. All I ask you, start making money. Please remember St. Jude.
Don't wait. Join Phil's Gang today and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
I signed up, and I've learned an incredible amount from Phil and Steve. The staff at Phil's Gang gives platinum-level service and stock recommendations. You know, it's as simple as that. At the end of a month or so, I've always been in the black. Phil's Gang is a class act. I'm happy to be a member.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG. Why pay thousands of dollars for a weekend seminar when for only $39.95 a month? philsgang.com provides all the daily market investing information you need to make profits in the stock market. With over 40 years of investing experience, only Phil Grandy and the philsgang.com team provide daily live investing webinars, up-to-the-minute market updates, all the investing educational videos you can imagine. Don't hesitate to learn, invest, and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG, 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. You probably heard me on the radio talking about investing in stocks and trading stocks. Well, this is a special message that I am sending out to you. You, the person who is the beginner, who are getting excited. You're seeing every day the stock market going up, never comes down, keeps going up because of the tremendous stimulus that the president is putting into this market. He wants to continue this market going up while the economy's going down. That's what it's doing. The economy's going straight down. You know, banks right now, worst ever. They've gone down 40%. I mean, everything's going down. Companies aren't making money, but the stock market's still going up. And you got to be very, very careful when you get into a market like this. You got to know when to get out, and that's where we come in. So if you're a beginner and you want to start learning how to invest stocks properly and have the comfort level of knowing when to get out, when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out, contact us at philsgang.com. Join today, free for 10 days.
Welcome back. Are you ready to make profits in the stock market? Why not check out philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. Okay. Tonight, what I'm going to do, if you go to my YouTube channel under Phil's Take, I'm going to do a special edition. I'm going to explain to you what happened today when you get these big moves, why you don't chase them. I'll give you an example. The market's already shaved back 500 points since this morning. People are losing money already. If you chase this market, you've already lost 500 points. It's already pulled back 500 points. These kind of rallies are, people get slaughtered. And I'm going to show you tonight on my YouTube channel, and I hope you hit subscribe and like, and I'm going to show you exactly what goes on in these kind of moves. For example, we had, if you take any stock that had a move, like let's take Royal Caribbean Cruise, and I'm going to show you on my chart that you don't have on any other chart. It better not be another chart out there like mine. My candlesticks when the RCL, Royal Caribbean Cruise, went up from 57.50 from Friday to today, it went as high as 78.86. Now, that's a 37% move. And somebody went in and bought that stock because they saw it going up. They couldn't stand it. Because remember what the stock market is. The stock market is not the economy. It identifies the emotion of the investor. It's not the economy. But that's why, again, Larry Kudlow, who kept telling the president, and I said, how many times did you hear me say, he's not going to get reelected if he keeps listening to Kudlow. All Kudlow wanted him to do is get the stock market up because he said, look, 99.9999% of people think the stock market's the economy. So long as the economy's doing good, let's keep driving. I mean, the stock market keeps going up, you'll get reelected. Well, it didn't work out that way, did it? So I'm going to show you, if you take a stock like RCL that went up that much today, on my chart, it tells you do not buy it. Do not buy it. Do not buy it. Now we'll go look at another stock, LVS. That's a casino. And we were in both these stocks. We have scouts on both these stocks. Now here's the difference. The candlesticks turned green. Remember, the candlesticks on RCL were red. And the trend showed, while the stock was going up, the money was trending down. The money was trending out of the stock. And you say, well, how can that be if the stock's going up? Because every morning the specialist or the market maker, he decides where he's going to put the price of the stock based on the orders he sees. But he can put it anywhere he wants. See, there's no orders. So if you want to make sure you're not going to get hurt, if that was your stock RCL, you'd say, whoa, I'm going to stay away from this because the money is flowing out while the stock is going up. But then you look at another stock in that same group cruise line, Norwegian Cruise Line, okay, same thing. Same exact thing. Now, if you went to a stock like LVS, let's go to the casinos. Now we make some sense. Now the casino, since last Friday, went from 52.50, and it had a high today of 60.82, and now it's 16%. Now it's at 58.23 because they're all going to come back. But at least it showed the trend that money was coming in compared to RCL. The money was coming out as the stock was going. There's no other chart that will show you. Listen to what I'm saying. While Royal Caribbean Cruise Line was going up today, the money was flowing out. So if you had my chart, you would not have bought it. If you had my chart, if you looked at the casino symbol LVS, Las Vegas Sands, you would have saw the stock moved up about, what do you say, 20%? It went up about 20%, but the money was flowing into that stock. And even then, you don't buy it today. But at least we know the money's flowing in. Now you wait. And I'm going to show you on my chart tonight. Everybody should see this. I'm going to put it in. I'll show you. Now, when do you buy it? When do you buy it, Phil? Well, I'm going to show you on my chart tonight. Go to my site, philsgang.com, Phil's Take, and you'll see, I'll use those two examples, why you wouldn't buy LVS even though it went up big time. I mean, why you wouldn't buy Royal Cruise Line, but you would have bought LVS, but not today. You wouldn't have bought it today. And that's what these charts do. It keeps you out of trouble. Now, we know gold, okay, gold is going to continue to do well. Okay, it pulled back today. Okay, gold pulled back today. Our gold junior, okay. Now, again, that pulled back today, but still, you want to stay with these golds. They're going to go back up, especially if you take a look at the juniors. If you put in, let me put the symbol in here for you, GDXJ. Okay. Now, gold, we didn't own a lot of this, but we did own some because I want to get my members in. So it went up nicely on Friday, and then it pulled back today. So it went up to $60. Now it pulled back to $56. But you don't get out of it because the chart's telling you not to get out of it because it's green and the money is flowing into that stock, not out. So all you need to know, when you get a big market like this, big moves, you got to know just because the stock went up doesn't necessarily mean you should buy it. And how can you identify if you should buy it or not? Well, I'm going to show you tonight in my chart. It's going to be free. Show you exactly how the chart works. You're going to go, oh my God, that's easy. Now let's talk about gold. We know inflation is going to be terrible, especially under Biden. They're going to have every Marxist program you can think of, okay? Unless, of course, the Republicans take over the Senate. But they don't. Everything's going to be free. Inflation is a terrible thing. And they lie about inflation. They tell you it's 2%. They say that's our target, 2%. No, it's not. It's 10%. And they play all kinds of tricks to get to 2%. Because inflation's a terrible thing. It's a terrible thing. And they again, if it kills jobs, there's nothing worse than it causes the price of borrowing to go up. We have these boom and bust cycles in the stock market. It discourages investment. It discourages, so you're not going to get long-term economic growth. And know who really gets hurt with inflation? Lower income families, especially older people who are retired. Because the price of food goes up, the price of utilities go up, that hurts low-income people, and that hurts the older people. You have falling incomes. All it benefits is the people who are in the stock market, who make a living from the stock market. Inflation does beautiful things for them. But for the guy on Main Street, he's screwed. The small business, he's screwed. He has higher borrowing costs. There's nothing worse. That's why they lie and keep it to 2%. And that's why, and the way they do it, as I explained a moment ago, they cheat. They cheat. When they calculate inflation, they leave out food, they leave out education, they leave out healthcare costs. I mean, it's awful what they do. Now, so gold, now, how are you going to know if we're going to get a recession or not a recession? How are you going to know if there's an inflation coming? It's easy. It's easy. All you have to do is, if you're going to have inflation, all you have to do is what they call is to look at what? I'll tell you exactly what to look at when we get back from the break. Don't forget, go to my YouTube channel tonight where you're going to see, on a day like today, if you had my chart, it tells you which stock to buy, which not to buy. It saves you from getting hurt. Free for 10 days.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy. Is your business prepared to respond to any emergency in the workplace? Well, you better be. Let over 30 years of law enforcement experience go to work for you. Boyd Investigative Group is here for all your business security needs. I know. I use them. They're terrific. Call today for your free confidential consultation. 941-724-4535. That's 941-724-4535. Or visit them on the website, BoydInvestigativeGroup.com.
License number A1900020.
Did you know breast cancer kills 113 people every day? That's unacceptable.
African American women die from breast cancer nearly 41% more than Caucasian women.
That's unacceptable.
Breast cancer is the leading cause of all cancer deaths for Hispanic women.
Breast cancer is unacceptable.
Together with Susan G. Komen, we're committed to reducing U.S. breast cancer deaths by half.
And we're going to do it by 2026.
Visit Komen.org/unacceptable.
When the market's open, we watch the market all day long. And when we see there's an opportunity for a stock, and it's a stock that we've been following, there's a lot of stocks we put on our watch list, and it has to hit a certain criteria. Then when it does, we alert you. You immediately get an alert. It says, we bought this stock, X stock, at $30. So you get an alert immediately. What's better than that? I mean, nobody does that for you. But the most important thing, they'll say, okay, here's why we're getting out now, or here's why we're taking profits. I think it's going to go down. Look, the most important thing is this. I want you to be prepared for when the market does tank or rally, that you're with us, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG. Join my gang right now, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG, and you'll be in position, and you'll sleep at night, and you don't have to worry.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Did you know breast cancer kills 113 people every day? That's unacceptable.
African American women die from breast cancer nearly 41% more than Caucasian women.
That's unacceptable.
Breast cancer is the leading cause of all cancer deaths for Hispanic women.
Breast cancer is unacceptable.
Together with Susan G. Komen, we're committed to reducing U.S. breast cancer deaths by half.
And we're going to do it by 2026.
Visit Komen.org/unacceptable.
At St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, we're fighting against childhood cancer every day. At the heart of this battle are our donors.
Most of us want to make some type of difference in the lives of others. St. Jude does miraculous work.
The fact that no one has to pay, it's a place where everyone is treated as an equal.
Everybody is welcome here, and it doesn't matter your religion or what part of the world you're from, all that is taken away. It just gives you some hope.
It's just a nice feeling to put your energy into something that really does genuinely make a difference in a child's life.
There's just no greater gift. If we have the ability to help, then we have a responsibility to help.
Finding cures, saving children. St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Find out how you can help at stjude.org.
What if you could have an in-depth understanding of the stock market just like the pros? Well, thanks to Phil Grandy and philsgang.com, you can. philsgang.com offers comprehensive, up-to-date market information designed to help you understand and anticipate market behavior. With philsgang.com, you'll build your investing confidence even through down cycles and periods of uncertainty. Go to philsgang.com. philsgang.com today. 877-600-GANG. 877-600-4264. Welcome back. Learn, invest, and make profits with Phil Grandy. Simply go to philsgang.com. Now, here's Phil.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. If you got into the stock market this morning, you've already lost 30% of your money. That's right. If you got in when the market was at the high, which most people always do, right, the high, it's already pulled back over 30%, almost more than 500 points already. You don't chase these kind of head fake rallies. But you need the chart to tell you that. Now, I'm going to prove it. Tonight, I'm going to do a recording on my YouTube channel, and I'm going to put up my Pro 2 chart, the color-coded technology chart, and I'm going to show you which stocks, for example, should you get into the airline stock, like DAL, or should you not get into it? I'm going to show you the stocks that went up, which ones you should have got in and which ones you shouldn't have. Now, you wouldn't know that on your chart, because you don't have what I have. I designed this chart. So when a stock goes up on a day like today, it tells me, okay, this one stock, you better not get in. And I'm going to show you how you know that by looking at the chart. A 10-year-old could do it. A 5-year-old could do it using the chart. It's so easy. Or you look at another stock that went up big today and it says, okay, that one you can get in. Give you an example. One of our stocks, BKR, Barker Hughes, it's an oil. We've been in that now for a while, and it went up today. Now, that's fine, because if I look on my color-coded chart, it was green, and money's going into it. So as long as your trend of money is following the trend of the stock, in other words, whatever direction your stock is going in, you've got to have the money flowing in. Nobody else has a chart that shows you that. Not that I know of. They do, then they got my patent. Now, if you take a look at silver, same thing. Silver went up big time in the last couple weeks. It pulled back today, but still tells you to stay in it. It tells you to stay in it. If you look at energy stocks, it tells you not to get in. Even though the energy stocks went up today, it's telling you not to get in. If you go and you look at the, let's go look at the FANG stocks, Facebook. Facebook went up today. Now she's pulling back big time, but she went up today. That's okay. That's okay because my chart says it was okay to buy, but it doesn't mean that you bought it today. I'll show you. I'm going to show you on my chart that, like, let's take, for example, Facebook. It went up today, but my chart will tell you when to buy. And it was telling you it was fine. It went up, but now's not the time to buy it. Even though it went up and the money was going in the same direction, that's what you need. It wasn't yet time to buy. I'll explain that to you on my YouTube channel tonight. Go to my site, philsgang.com, and go to Phil's Take. Go to Phil's Take. Netflix. If anybody jumped into that stock today, they're losing money. Told you not to get into that stock. Amazon. It went up. Now it's coming back. My chart told you not to get into it. Google went up today. My chart saying it was fine. It was fine. Not to buy it today, but the stock itself going up today has support because the institutions are in there buying. You want to make sure the institutional money is behind your stock. If your stock is going up and the institutional money is going the other way, you want to be out, or at least not buying it. I'll show you how that looks on a chart today. Simple. Now, some of the stocks we got to, and why my chart will work is the best. And there's no better chart in this kind of situation. We're going to have all kinds of volatility. I told you this is going to happen. Let's take Biden stocks. Coal stocks, Arch, BTU, CCR, are going to get crushed. You're going to have a great opportunity to sell those short. Cruise lines. Now, those stocks, if the vaccine goes up, like if this vaccine comes through, those will go up. Oil and gas stocks, Exxon, BP, those you should be shorting. Because, again, if we lose control of the Senate, they're going to try to get rid of oil and gas and fracking and go to windmills. Okay, stocks to buy, utilities. Well, utilities are going to be terrific under a Marxist regime. Utilities. NEE, AEP, two good stocks right there. Tech stocks, Apple, Cisco, they're going to be terrific. Medical technology, MDT, going to be terrific. So if you want to follow me, join my gang free for 10 days. Also get the color-coded chart, and you'll see which stocks to buy and which stocks not to. Now, MDT, at one point, is going to be a good stock. Now, MDT went up today. Friday, MDT was at 104, and today it went up to 115. Now, remember, the high today, let me get this. The high today was 116.21. 116.21. Now, if you bought this at 116.21, you're already losing money. You would have never got in this stock today when it gapped up from a high of Friday, okay, of a high of 104. Let's just use 104 for easy math. And then went up today to a high of 116. So 104 to 116. At 11% move today, and 99.9999% of the people bought it right at the top today. Bought it right at 116 today. Now it's coming back down. But you would have never bought it if you had my chart, because my chart shows you the flow of the stock, MDT. The money was going out as the stock was going up. So all these stocks, here's another one, Intuit, INTU. Now there's going to be all kinds of tax changes. So this is software for tax changes, okay? INTU. Now you're going to follow that stock. So what you need to know, in the green stocks like Caterpillar, Pool, AWK, these stocks should all go through the roof. But remember, you can't just depend on that. You can't just because they're saying we got this green program, buy all the green stocks. He's going to kill all the oil companies, so don't buy any oil stocks. Well, you're going to have a good time because even though the oil stock's supposed to go down and the green stocks are supposed to go up, it doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. Some institutions will come in and start buying it. They're not going to stay with it for a long time, but they can move it up 20%, then get out. Anytime, whatever stock you're in, whatever stock they, like I'm telling you now, the ones that are going to be good because Biden's in, and the ones that are going to be bad because Biden's in, you're going to know every movement, whether you should be in it or not. Just don't go with, okay, coal is going to be bad, I'm going to short it, I'm not going to do it. No, you could have some terrific days in coal stocks. You got to depend on your chart. So I'm going to, right after the show, I am going to do a special video. It's free for everybody. Go to my YouTube channel. It's Phil's Take. Look there where it says Phil's Take. The one's above is my radio show. The other one is Phil's Takes. And I'm going to show you today what stocks took off big time and you should have bought. And which stocks took off big time and you should have bought today, but they're going to be okay in the next couple of days. We'll get a buy signal. And also, I'm going to show you how the market went up big time today, and it's already pulling back over 500 points. As a matter of fact, it's more than that now. We're now down to 892 points from 1,600. It's got cut by half. And I always told my members this morning, never chase these. And every Friday I tell my members, profit-taking Friday. We always take profits. We lessen our positions because you never know what's going to happen over the weekend. What this was today, this big move, they caught everybody. People are losing money left and right now. Think about it. We're at 1,600 to Dow. Now it's at 800. Now we're down 800 points, cut in half. But if you had my chart, that would never happen to you. And I'll prove it to you after this radio show. I'm going to put up, in about an hour or so, I'm going to put up my YouTube channel, Phil's Take. And please click on it, okay, subscribe and like. All right. So, again, oil is going to be good. The other thing is that all of these stocks, like the, if you take all the different bank stocks, you do not want to own the bank stocks. Those went up today, and they're going to come right back down. And my chart's right. The bank stocks are over. It's done for banks. Why do you think Buffett got out of these bank stocks? They're going to get slaughtered, these bank stocks. Look, all you need to know is, when do I get in these stocks, or shouldn't I get in? That's all you want to know, isn't it? And when do I get out? And when do I add to my position or not? My chart tells you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. And better yet, make money as it's going short. Check my YouTube channel tonight. It's free. And I'm going to show you what happened today. And it's 100%. You'll see.
With your host, Phil Grandy, on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Remember to visit Phil's website at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or call the office, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.